Here are the starting lineups for the Phils 1979 opener. First of all, for the visiting Phils, Pete Rose leading off at first base. Larry Bowe at shortstop at second. Bake McBride in right field will hit third, and a last-minute change by Danny Ozark at spring training. Greg Luzinski hitting fourth in left field. He flip-flop McBride and Schmidt. Mike Schmidt will bat fifth now at third base. Gary Maddox in center field hitting sixth. Manny Trio, the second baseman, bats seventh. Tim McCarver will catch it, hit eighth, and batting ninth and pitching Steve Carlton. For Carlton, it will be his seventh game as a starting opening day pitcher for the Phillies since coming over to the ball club. For the St. Louis Cardinals, Lou Brock leading off in left field. Gary Templeton, the shortstop, at second. Keith Hernandez at first base will hit third. Ted Simmons will catch and bat fourth. George Hendrick in center field hits fifth. Tony Scott, the right fielder, batting sixth. Ken Reitz at third base hits seventh. Mike Tyson, the second baseman, batting eighth. And John Denny will pitch and hit ninth. For Denny, it is his second opening day assignment. 2 years ago, he defeated Pittsburgh in his only other opening day assignment. As this telecast is presented under rights granted by the Phillies solely for the entertainment of our audience, any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Philadelphia Phillies is prohibited. The announcers on this telecast are employed by WPHL-TV and are subject to the approval of the Phillies. For each home run hit by a Philly in tonight's game, Geno's is happy to contribute $100 to the Philadelphia Child Guidance Clinic. The umpires have taken their spots. Paul Pryor will work the plate, the only National League umpire that is not striking. He is signed a 2-year contract. The amateurs are Robert Sharp at first base, Ray Perez at second, and Bud Miller at third. Now, the amateurs have had plenty of experience, really. All three amateurs working. There's Paul Pryor. And the three amateurs that are working with him all have had 23 years experience in college and high school and the semi-pro umpiring. And the Cardinals take the field. I'd like to acknowledge a nice telegram from Mike Gaffredo, great Phillies fan who's pulling for the Phils all the way this year. And the players certainly want to acknowledge the beautiful telegram they received from John Dickinson, who's recuperating at Holy Redeemer Hospital. And I understand that John will be getting out of the hospital tomorrow. See you when we get back to Veterans Stadium. Of course, the Phillies will open at home on Monday night against the Pittsburgh Pirates. St. Louis defensively has Keith Hernandez at first base, Golden Glove winner last year. At second base, Mike Tyson. The shortstop is flashy but erratic Gary Templeton. He committed 40 errors last year but can still make a spectacular play. At third base, Ken Reitz. Reed's a good glove. In the outfield, Lou Brock. In left field, in center field is George Hendrick, and the right fielder is Tony Scott. Doing the catching is Ted Simmons. And on the mound is the 26-year-old right-hander John Denny.
John was the Cardinals' best pitcher last season and has a good shot at it this year. Of course, their other right-hander, Bob Porsche, had kind of an off year last year. Denny got off to a great start last season and then kind of tailed off. But he'll throw a good fastball, slider, and kind of a change-up curve.
Denny did not lose his first game last year until June 11th. He was 7-0 at one point, finished the season 14-11. As the Phillies ticket office just announced that all general admission seats for opening night this Monday will be reserved and will be on sale Saturday, Sunday, and Monday at the Veterans Stadium office and all Ticketron outlets. It will be priced at the regular general admission price, just $2.50 for adults, 50 cents for children 14 and under. And don't forget that big pregame show starting at 6:30. First pitch of the '79 season, and Rose takes his strike. It's called. One strike to Pete Rose. Pete hit only 194 during the spring. A lifetime .310 hitter. Change missing. Ball on a strike to Pete Rose, and the '79 season is underway. This afternoon, Pittsburgh was defeated by Montreal in 10 innings, 3-2. It's 2-1 to Rose. Julius Sosa got the win. Kent Tekulve the loss. Ed out a Pirate home run, and Gary Carter hit one for Montreal. Time is called now by center fielder George Hendrick for some reason.
Can't imagine why. Ran in, talked to the second base umpire, and then went back. Reluctantly going back.
Foul out of play. It's 2-2 to Pete Rose, leading off for the Phillies. Top of the first. 79th season underway. It should be an exciting one. Rose won batting titles in 68, 69, and 73. Another foul ball out of play. Pete has picked up 200 or more hits in 9 seasons, tying the all-time mark of Ty Cobb. Almost broke it last year. This with a breaking ball. It's a full count. Phillies have Bill DeMars coaching at third base, Tony Taylor at first. Hit well to center field. George Hendrick there, though, near the warning track and makes the catch. Rose is out on a deep fly ball to left center. That's one down. That'll bring up Larry Bowa. Bowa coming off a fine year.
Thursday night, a Mike Schmidt home run caps off a classic confrontation with the Cubs. And Jim O'Brien says Philadelphia firemen are always umbrella if you're window shopping.
This big story on the TV 10 News is baseball history. The Phillies made it, and Jim Kelly has it. Jim?
Larry, unbelievable. How would you like to be Randy Lurch, have a 1-0 lead, and already have hit a home run before pitching your very first ball, and not be around after the first inning? Unbelievable. Simply would not describe the events today at Wrigley Field as the Cubs and the Phillies, they staged a record-breaking slugfest. 45 runs. Ironically, the record was set 49 back in 1922 by the Phils and the Cubs.
The Phillies began the festivities with 7 runs in the first. 3 came on this homer by Mike Schmidt, his 13th of the campaign. Cubs starter Dennis Lamp didn't last very long. But in the bottom of the first, Chicago came right back, scoring 6 runs. Paced by Dave Kingman, here hitting the first of 3 round trippers that he blasted out of Wrigley Field. This one with 2 men on base, making it finally 7-6 after 1 inning. In the third, the Phils, not to be denied, scored 8 runs for a 15-6 margin, including a 3-run homer by Gary Maddox. The Cubs refused to play dead. They got 7th in the 5th. The big blast, a grand slammer by Bill Buckner. The Cubs tied the game at 22-all in the 8th on this single by Barry Foote, one of 50 hits collected by both clubs, 1 short of the record. Then the game went into overtime when Mike Schmidt hit his second homer of the game, 14th of the year, to put the Phillies ahead 23-22. The final margin. This is John Drummond for CBS News, Chicago.
Unbelievable. Yes, it was. We'll show it to you again, so don't go away. And we'll go live to Big Al, who's meeting the Phillies playing later in our sports. Plus, of course, we'll have the Rangers and the Canadians hockey highlights.
Okay, a lot of action, a lot of shocking news tonight.
I asked him to issue this.
Jesse Ashburn and Harry Callis.